Hello viewers and welcome to Everything Poultry, where I'll help you start and grow a successful poultry business for free. This is a video that is long overdue. I have received many questions and many requests to do a live training class, live training session. In the last 2 weeks, I've tried to organize a live training session, but many things have happened, so it couldn't click. But now I want to record this video to introduce to you a small project I want to do, because I've received a lot of requests that I should do a practical class for us instead of just theory. So I have a small room in my house and I want to keep 30 birds, 30 broilers, and do a video about how you can start a poultry business in Nigeria with just 30 broilers. I will cover the cost implication, the feed they need to consume, the vaccines you need to give, the drugs you need to give, and how you can market these birds. So if you're interested in this video, give me a thumbs up, like this video, share with your friends, and let's get started. I'm Dr. Mantong, and I've been keeping birds for more than 10 years. I've been a veterinarian for more than 8 years. I've seen different cases, I've received different complaints from farmers. And in this video, I'm going to address some of these concerns. And in my other videos in this channel, I've tried to address some of the concerns. But in this video, I'm concentrating on how to start a poultry business in Nigeria with just 30 broilers. I'll cover from the day-old chicks, the cost of the day-old chicks. I'll now cover the brooding, the best way to brood. I'll cover the medications you need to give them, the vaccines, and I'll tell you secrets that people are keeping from you. How you can feed your birds efficiently. It's not by leaving feed in their feeder every time, as you've heard, or as we have told you in the past. Research shows that it's better to feed these birds at a particular time of the day. Let's start with the house. The house is one of the most important things. Is the house convenient? A very convenient house will give your birds an edge, faster growth rate, protection from predators, protection from excess climate conditions, temperature and wind and humidity and things like that. So a house, a good poultry house needs to have cross ventilation. But if you are starting, you need to brood your birds. So a good brooding house needs to be warm, protected from access to predators like rats and cats. So a brooding room needs to be kept warm, needs to have good space. You need to have good feeders and drinkers in it. As you can see, this is my brooding room. This brooding room is enough to handle up to 50 birds, 100 birds, but I'm just keeping 30 just to demonstrate this class. You will see that it is properly spaced. You can see where the drinkers are and the feeders are, and you can see how the light bulbs are. It is very important to maintain this distance and this coverage so that the birds can have enough space to play around and enough space to exercise themselves. Without proper disinfection, your birds can contract diseases, can pick microorganisms, viruses and bacteria and fungi, and they can come down with disease easily. Diseases like coccidiosis, malaria, they are very stubborn. They can last in the environment for a long time. So you need to disinfect the environment properly and allow it to fallow for a while. Then you can introduce these birds into that environment. So the first thing is to disinfect. After you have the room, you disinfect it properly. And then you bring your light and your drinkers into the house. That is it. Then the next thing you have to do is to order your birds. Ordering birds is not just going to the market to buy any bird. No, you have to buy your birds based on reputation. Reputation is very important in poultry production. There are farms that their birds always have Newcastle. There are birds that are highly susceptible to coccidiosis. Those farms, you avoid them. Those hatcheries, you avoid them. And go for hatcheries that have strong, hardy, and fast-growing birds. I would recommend Agritech. I recommend Zactec. I recommend Equa Farms. Right now, they are doing well. Those are few I can recommend. Things like farms like Valentine are also good, and others. There are other farms that are also good, but for now, I'll recommend these ones for you. If you have purchased birds from other hatcheries that are doing well, please leave your comment, leave their names in the comment section so that others can also get those birds. After buying those birds, you need to bring them into the brooding room. In your water, make sure there's multivitamin and there's glucose on the first day. The birds will arrive and may be tired because they are not usually fed in the hatchery. So you need to make this provision for them so that they can eat and drink when they arrive. Then you make sure the room is warm, because birds at this age don't know how to control their temperature. Just like our children, they cannot control their temperature at that age. So you need to help them provide warmth in that environment. So when you bring your birds into your farm, brooding has started. You have to keep monitoring them, and I advise you have time for them. If you are just starting, you have to monitor them every 4 hours. Yes, come back and check them every 4 hours, and don't keep plenty feed in their feeders. That brings us to feed management. Don't just put plenty feed in their feeders, they waste it. The ideal thing is to give them a small portion in their feeders and then allow them to finish it. You come back in the next 4 hours. If they have finished that food, you add more food to their feeders. That's the ideal way. In the past, we have advised you that you should just food their feeders and they keep eating, but I've noticed that they keep wasting the feed. They scatter, they like scattering, so they will scatter the feed and you end up spending more. So in this training, I'm going to show you that feeding is best done at different intervals instead of just mounting the food in the same feeder. So I'll watch these birds and feed them every 4 hours. You put the food every 4 hours, you come back, you add more food if you have time. And if you don't have time, it is better to buy feeders that can release this feed gradually, so that the birds can have access to this feed at different small, and then it continually drop to them. Okay, another thing is to observe their temperature. It's better you have a thermometer so that you monitor their temperature. Birds at day old will require a temperature about 40 to 42 degrees centigrade. As they grow, the first week you reduce it from 42 to 40, the next week you reduce it from 40 to 38, and until they get to about 35 degrees centigrade. When they become mature birds, they can even tolerate temperatures of about 25 degrees centigrade, which is fine. Like for me, in just my temperature can be up to 20 degrees centigrade, and birds will still do fine. While you are still brooding your birds, you must have had contact with the market. Marketing is one of the important things you don't want to ignore in poultry production. You need to have a market before you even start your poultry business. If you don't do that, you get your birds ready and there's nobody to buy. From 8 weeks, you can go up to 10 weeks. And during that time, they will be consuming feed. They may fall sick and you lose. So this is not a business you enter out of chance. You don't succeed with chance. You have to get ready before you start this poultry business. So get buyers ready before you can start your poultry business. So this video is just to cover how you can start a poultry business with just 30 birds, just 30. And from 30, you can go to 40, 50, 60, 70, and whatever number you want to go based on your space and your capacity. So you start with 30, the next batch you add some, and the next batch you add more if you want to expand. If you don't have the resources, I'm going to cover how you can order your birds from reputable hatcheries, the cost of ordering these birds, the feeding, how you can feed them, how you can minimize loss, and then how you can market these birds even before they are due for market, how you can brood these birds. Very important, because brooding is one of the places people miss it and they end up losing their birds. The cost of raising 30 birds, broilers from day old to 8 weeks. How much feed will they eat, or how much feed should they eat, and what type of feed you should give them. So if you are interested in this video, follow me, come along. Let me show you a practical way to do this. I'm going to start my practical next week, Tuesday. I've placed an order for the birds. My room was not ready. Today is I'm recording this video on a Thursday. Today I'm ordering my birds from Zatec. They supply birds on Tuesdays and on Thursdays. Today is Thursday, and I'm expecting my birds next week, Tuesday. Each bird costs 550 naira. Yes, broilers are in low demand now. There's no much demand for broilers, so the cost of day old is less now. And this cost, mind you, this cost can rise to up to 1,500. But due to the fact that there's no festivity and it's rainy season, broilers' price have crashed to about 550. So some hatcheries are still 600, some are still 500, but then Zatec is selling for 550. I'm ordering these birds and I'm getting them delivered to me on Tuesday next week. When I get these birds on Tuesday, I'll take them to my brooding room, which I have made ready. Yes, my brooding room has been disinfected. The bulbs are hanging already, and I have feeders and drinkers, and I have litter material, which is rice dust on the floor already, ready to welcome these birds. When they come, I'm going to when I want to go and pick them, I'll put feed and water in their drinkers, and feed in their feeder and water in their drinkers. And remember, this feed is a starter feed, which contains about 20 to 24% crude protein. That's for you to just buy anyone within this range, between 20 and 24% crude protein. I'm not going to talk about feed much in this class, but in my subsequent video, I'm going to discuss explicitly how you can compound your own feed and get more profit. If you're interested in this video, don't forget to like, share, leave a comment. Yes, leave a comment. Leave questions. I answer questions. I can make a video when I have a list of questions, frequently asked questions, as in the past. I've made such videos before. So you can go back to my channel and watch. Thank you for your time, and I hope you like this video, you share this video with your friends, and you follow me so that we can start this practical class together. See you in the next video.